Physical copies of Star Wars Outlaws require an internet connection to install. Ubisoft confirmed that you need to be online to install its upcoming open-world Star Wars game. Ubisoft and Massive's upcoming open-world Star Wars Outlaws will require players to be connected to the internet to install the game, even if they bought a physical copy of it. While that might not be a problem for most people in 2024, it raises concerns about how playable the game will be in 10 or 20 years, and once again, shows publishers aren't all that concerned with preserving video games. Star Wars Outlaws is looking pretty dang good. A new story released on April 9th, we learned Outlaws is launching in August. We also got a better look at some of the characters and worlds you'll be able to visit in this large Star Wars adventure that's set between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Alongside the new trailer, Ubisoft opened up Outlaws pre-orders for Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. But according to Ubisoft, if you want to delve into the galaxy's seedy underworld, you'll need to make sure you are connected to the internet during the installation, even if you bought the game on disc. As spotted by Wario64 on April 9th, the box for Star Wars Outlaws indicates that you'll need an internet connection to install the game. I reached out to Ubisoft and was told that an internet connection is required to install the game no matter which version you are playing. However, Ubisoft did confirm that you'll be able to play Outlaws offline once you've installed it. This is similar to how Avatar Frontiers of Pandora worked too. On the one hand, requiring an internet connection to install a game isn't the worst thing in the world, and it's good to see that Ubisoft will support offline play after a one-time install. However, on the other robotic hand that was cut off by my dad, who is evil, this does raise some questions about how people will be able to play physical copies of Outlaws in the future. Just quite simply, they won't. Assuming all players will always have access to the mandated Day 1 patch seems foolish. Eventually, servers turn off, companies go bust, things break, etc. If you buy Outlaws physically on Day 1, install it, play it for a few weeks, and then move on for 20 years, will you be able to play it again in the future? I'm not sure. I get that with digital copies, part of the deal is that one day you might not be able to play a game, but physical copies are supposed to, in theory, be better for preservation. I hope Ubisoft eventually releases a disc version of the game that contains the necessary Day 1 patch so that physical copies sold later are actually playable offline, but that doesn't solve the problem that discs sold in August may one day become worthless unless hackers or modders step in. Star Wars Outlaws launches August 30th on PS5, Xbox Series, PC on Ubisoft's launcher. Make sure you're connected to the internet when you install it. So what do you? You kind of touched on this earlier, but I guess you might as well say what you were going to say now.
I want to say that it's stupid when they say, "Oh, you still play online after it's sold the Day 1 patch." Like, yeah, what happens 20 years later? You want to play the game after 20 years later, and then servers are shut down. I mean, it's inexcusable. Like I was planning on playing the Star Wars Outlaw games. Supposed to come out on my birthday, August 30th this year, and treat myself this good birthday celebration, But obviously, now to wait how many, not wait how many hours, but gotta wait a few minutes to install the patch. It's what's the point of physical copies after that? Like the physical copy that is.
I think that's what game developers are doing. They want to make physical copies. People say, "What's the point?" But the thing is, it's not going to have the effect that developers think. I mean, they're just going to start to say, "What's the point with current games? I might as well go back." The same old example. If I had Mario Party, any of them, 1 through 10. I could play that anytime I wanted. I could play Wave Race 64 anytime I want. I can play Sewer Shark on Sega CD anytime I want. Even though those games came out decades ago.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got a working copy, and I don't have to be online. So even if I do have internet, even if my internet goes down and I can't watch YouTube, at least I can still play my older games. If my internet goes down and I can't watch YouTube, I won't be able. I can't play some of these games. So whether or not it's going to be playable offline, even after the install, is doesn't really help because that means people have to get it when it first comes out. So they get the day one patch. So, you know, yeah, this is just another, um, this is just another
Kerfuffle.
misstep by video game companies, by Ubisoft. Um, yeah, so I really have no interest in the Star Wars games. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I used to like the Star Wars games. I was a big fan of Battlefront 1 and 2 on Xbox. Um, I did play Battlefront when it was on Game Pass. Um, and but yeah, and I played what was it? Survivor, or was it Fallen or was it the one before that? Fallen Jedi, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
Star Wars the Jedi Fall Order. It's called.
okay, yeah. So I played that and enjoyed it until I got stuck. But the thing is, while I like that game, I'm not gonna, playing a game that's requires you to be online to install it is, even if you have the disc, is just a way of telling me not to buy your game
Yeah,
because I'm not gonna support that.
but the younger gamers, like the ones under like a certain age, like I say 18, 25 years old, give or take, they'd be like, yeah, it's the same. I grew up on this. That's normal. It's normal. It's not normal.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, yeah. Hey, if they want to spend their money on a disc that's going to be a coaster, or possibly could be a coaster when the server shut down, hey, it's their money, But I'm not going to be spending mine.
Yeah, I will admit this though on live on Twitch. Stupid me, I thought I'd probably get like special features or the more basic features of the game with Destiny 2 if I bought it on disc, the Destiny 2 original disc. They were selling for like $6 on Amazon, no problem. I was like, okay, why not check it out, see how it is. It's the same thing. Like, this is online only. I know that, but it's like you thought that when you sell it physical, you want something more out of it, or you get different features with the physical. Either or. You don't. It's the same thing. So I wasted $6 for nothing, and it's like it's a coaster to me after Destiny 2 shuts down. So it's redundant, and that's what's going on right now. What they're doing with Star Wars Outlaws coming out this August. In the long term, I should say.
Yeah. So if you're gonna buy, even if you're gonna buy digital or on disc, uh, regardless, you're still gonna have to install it online. So if you have bad internet on release day, there's no reason to be even bother trying to install the game.
Yeah.